Back now on Most Buffalo, and there's a new home for jazz in the Queen City. Check it out. JazzBuffalo and Kleinhans Music Hall have announced Jazz at Kleinhans. This is a new program that will transform the historic concert hall into a premier center for jazz performance and celebration. Here to tell us more is the general manager at Kleinhans, Jess Basil, and the founder and executive director of JazzBuffalo, Tony Zambito. Thank you so much for being here, Jess and Tony. Tony, do you want to tell us a little bit about JazzBuffalo and the background and what's happening now?
Would love to. JazzBuffalo basically is about building awareness and appreciation for jazz and being a home to bring international jazz artists to Buffalo, as well as foster the great talent that we have in this town. And that's really what JazzBuffalo has been behind for the last decade or so.
And what will the performances and when will they be happening at Kleinhans?
Yeah.
What will they be like?
So we have currently 4 shows scheduled for the season. The first one is on December 5th. It's a Christmas jazz special with Louis Prima Jr. And it's going to be a really exciting night. The other 3, I have to look at the dates here. We have the Tierney Sutton celebrating Harold Arlen's 121st birthday in February. I don't know, Tony, you want to talk about the other 2?
Yeah, you know, Harold Arlen is an iconic Buffalo native son, one of the greatest composers ever of the American songbook, and many will know that the name from The Wizard of Oz, that he was the creator of all the music for The Wizard of Oz. So it is something that we feel strongly about celebrating in Buffalo and bringing that identity to the city, that we should have a much stronger identity about Harold Arlen and association with Buffalo. So we're really excited to be able to do that annually.
And some of that music will be part of the show,
Exactly.
I imagine?
You can expect those wonderful songs from Over the Rainbow, and some may not know that Harold Arlen wrote things like, or songs like Stormy Weather, Come Rain and Shine, so forth and so on. And you'll recognize songs that are from a catalog of over 500 that he actually wrote for the American Songbook.
And then you have 2 more scheduled as well, right?
Yes, we do. We have John Pissarelli, who is really one of the classic guitarist and vocalist in jazz today, and then a real superstar is Emmett Cohen, one of the next generation jazz stars that people are just clamoring to see all over the world right now. So we're really excited to bring him back. This will be actually his 5th time back in the Buffalo area, so we're excited about that.
If people are used to coming to Kleinhans to see the BPO perform, how is a jazz concert different or the same? What's the experience like compared to that?
I mean, it's completely different in that instead of having 80 musicians on stage, you know, maybe you have 3 or 4. Acoustically, though, it's still an incredible experience. All of these shows are in the Mary Seton Room, which is our smaller concert hall, and it was designed for shows like this. So the acoustics are just beautiful in the space, and it's really a special night. Yeah.
Right.
And what does it mean to the community of jazz lovers in Buffalo to have this series announced and have a home at Kleinhans?
Well, that's a great question, Lauren, because what Buffalo really needs is a internationally recognized home for jazz. A jazz center, as you just called it, a premier jazz center. And it's so important that the international jazz community and the artists recognize that there is a home for jazz in Buffalo, and they don't have to wonder where they would go. They would be able to really make this part of their tour, make this part of where they want to perform. And I think that's so important for our city, is to have that. We've really made great strides in the last 10, 15 years of putting Buffalo on the map for jazz. And the testament to that is some of the wonderful artists that we've been able to present here in the city.
It's always been a great city for all genres of music.
Exactly.
So this is just an exciting partnership, again, for the jazz lovers out there. Where can people go to learn more about JazzBuffalo at Kleinhans?
Yeah.
Well, they can go to jazzbuffalo.org and they will see the information about this program, and then they can go to kleinhansbuffalo.org and learn more about the program itself, too.
And find tickets for the concerts.
Exactly.
All right, great. Jess and Tony, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lauren.